Gamers, we have a new PB. This is extremely exciting. It's been like 2 months, I think, now since I got my last PB. This is also a Ruined Portal Seed. My last time was a Ruined Portal Seed as well. I feel like I played this overworld correctly, just a little bit slow. So if you guys are unfamiliar with these little PB videos, I'm not going to really talking about like any commentary stuff like that I've been doing in my other videos. This is just me analyzing the run, seeing what I did right, what I did wrong, and kind of giving you an idea of how to like improve, I guess, from my perspective. I don't know. Anyway, so we start by getting quite a bit of blocks. I think that the amount of blocks we got was fine, but also maybe slightly too much. I broke 2 trees, and I think that it was just slightly too much. I made some gold tools here. I think it saves time by not making stone. I kind of like this play, although I think I made too many gold tools because I have 2 gold picks, and then I have obviously 2 gold axes. One of my axes has unbreaking, and one of my pickaxes has mending. So I don't think it was necessary at all for me to make this. I could have entered the nether here, but I decided to look around for some food, and I think I end up just finding a single pig, which is really, really unfortunate. So I spent all this time for 1 pork chop, and I also misplaced my my fire like a ton. For some reason he didn't get knocked into the fire the first time. I think he just like ended up hitting the block, and that was just really unfortunate. I tried to look for more food. There's just a wolf here, and that's it. There's no more food, so we have to enter with a single pork chop and hope it's enough. That's very risky because as like a relatively new player, I guess, I take a lot of damage, I feel, and so it was a little bit scary. I see a hoglin here. I could kill it, but I'm trying to look for the bastion. I should have just immediately started scanning. I see 70 entities this way, so we're just going to start running this way. I think I quickly peer into this little cave to see what I got. There's the fort there. That's super nice. I know the fort's there. I can't see the bastion, though, so it must be a little bit further. I write down the coordinates of where the fort is in relation to the bastion, so I write south or S because I'm facing north, so the bastion is going to be south, if that makes sense. So I start building up to go into the bastion. I should be a little bit more aware of my terrain, but I kind of take a second there. But that's kind of more like minor things that I need to work on rather than like the major things I have issues with. I think looting these chests are fine, especially because I get like 10 obby. What I mean is like I'm looking for iron anyways, so like I have to find iron in these chests at the top, but I'm trying to play it safe, I guess is what I'm saying. I could have dropped like an axe or a pickaxe and then started going down, but yeah. I try to save this mending pickaxe for later, so like when I'm digging through terrain I can just repair it, I guess. So that's like kind of my idea, but I think it ends up just not happening. It's annoying. I hate these stupid hoglin babies. They're the most annoying creatures in the whole game. I hit one of these pigs to attract all of them. I need to learn the most optimal block placements. I think that I'm placing too many blocks here, but I want to make sure the pigs can kind of funnel in from the one side. I dropped the pickaxe here so that they can come down, and I also put a block there to kind of help guide the pigs. If you don't place a block like the wood where I placed it, they kind of just fall all around like inside the middle, and that's kind of not what I want. So I wanted to make sure the pigs are fully funneled in, and then we're just mining the rest of the gold blocks, and that's not really a whole lot else to explain here, except I misplaced a wood because I thought the gold block broke, so I started placing a wood block, and it did. So yeah. By the way, while we have a little bit of downtime, while I'm just like grabbing the rest of the gold and like checking my trades and stuff, I have started streaming. I'm sure most of you guys have noticed this. I stream pretty much every day. So far, it's been every day this year. I want to keep that up. I want to stream every single day this year as much as I can. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to miss a day. It's just going to happen. I know I will. But that's like the idea. Because I would love, love, love to stream every single day this year. That is my current goal. So, yeah. I want to give like a quick special shout out to Pineapple Dole Whip in the chat. You can see her in the top right, or top left, sorry, excuse me. She's been like in pretty much every single chat for this whole year, and I really appreciate that. So thank you for that. And yeah, if you want to join the streams, just check it out. I'm gonna if you can join the Discord and it'll notify you when I start streaming, or obviously you could just get notified through YouTube, whatever you prefer. I also stream on Twitch. I multi-stream. And currently, I'm trying to stream on TikTok, but it kind of sucks. So I don't know if that's going to be a permanent thing. So we're going to get out of this bastion. I know this terrain kind of opens up because this is how I entered. So yeah. I always do this thing with my fire res, like the splash one specifically, is I always throw it above my head because it'll hit my hitbox and then it'll do more damage. So, or not more damage, it'll like give me the full effect rather than just like a small timing, I guess, if that makes sense. This Hoglin is kind of a problem, but he ends up having really low health. I assume he got into a little war with some pigs, and I don't know how, but he only took like maybe like 8 damage or something like that, and he just died. So we take it. I guess that's pretty sick. So trying to find the spawner now. I think on the left here I come up on a spawner, and or I think I try to quickly go in here because this looks like I could check more rooms, but I can't quite see it. I could go up that staircase to check for the spawner, but I see here through the fog the spawner's right there, and then there's a spawner to the left. So I'm going to quickly on my way grab this one because the spawn is just going to happen, and then while this one is spawned, I'm going to move over. I was considering pearling here, but then I decided to not to because I'm pretty low health and I want to kind of save my pork chops. So we just end up killing these blazes. I probably could blaze bed or break the spawner or do something here, but I think I decide not to. It's probably the wrong play if I'm being completely honest. Like, you should pretty much always try to clear blocks from the spawner. But I have a little bit of crafting I want to do, and I start kind of, I mean, I don't do very great in crafting here, but I get all my iron nuggets, and I think I should have just crafted an axe here, but I don't, and then my gold axe breaks, and so I'm like, oh yeah, of course it does. So yeah, we have to create a new iron axe. It's totally fine. I mean, to save time, I should have probably just kept the gold axe completely, and that would have just circumvented all of this. I also thought that I didn't make my anchors here, so you see me try to craft them twice, and then I'm like, oh wait, I did craft them. So that's just something on my part that I probably should have just checked. Yeah, it was just really dumb, but happens, you know. We also get our 6 rod here, which is just insane. That means we're out immediately. So I'm going to start building my portal here. I should have, I was a little bit worried about my hunger. I should have built my portal and then ate the pork chop, but it's okay. I really didn't want my hunger to go down from jumping, and then I just want to be able to heal. Because if you don't know, you can only heal on 9 hunger bars or higher. So if you go down to 8.5, you won't be able to heal. So that was just kind of an issue. And then I start to measure here. It looks like it's off by like 1 pixel. So it was like 1 or 2. So I checked I think I did 2, but 1 and 2 were the same thing where it was just like the same coordinates. So I was fine. It was really awkward. I don't know. I'll have to rewatch that. But my measurements they looked really weird today. So I'm going to have to look into that because I don't want it to become an issue later in the future. But it's totally fine. So I'm looking the direction I need to go so that I know exactly where I need to go to get to quartz. And then I start trying to go that way. I'm like, maybe this has open terrain. It doesn't, so I'm going to have to go around. That was probably just a bad play. I should have probably just sent it this way and then like quickly look at the rooms as I'm going. But yeah. I also see that it kind of opens up on the right, so I'm kind of hoping that it'll open up a little bit on the left. I see there's a little bit of open area here, and so I pearl down, and then I can pearl across. I don't think I end up actually pearling here, but I probably should have pearled here. I'm trying to like look at chords and see kind of where I need to go. And I need to go slightly to the left. And my pearl lands here. And I probably could have pearled a little bit more to the left to get like right on chords. I'm almost exactly on my Z coordinate. I just need to get to the X coordinate, and then I start going the wrong way, and I'm like, oh, my bad. So that's okay. It's a little bit like hard to know exactly where you're going. This portal, I mess up pretty bad. I'll just be completely honest. So when I'm building this portal, I start noticing this lava is just fully in the way of the chords. So I'm one coordinate off. So I just decide to build it right here. And I think that this is a bad play. So what I should have done, because I'm on the Z coordinate, I'm just not on the X coordinate, but I'm pretty far off. What I should have done is I should have built the portal on the lava, and you can kind of hang your like character like a block off and still go through the portal. And I tested it after this. If I would have done that, I actually would have hit the stronghold in that exact same location. So that was just my bad, 100%. I should have just done that. I know that was a thing. Like I knew that was a thing before making the portal. I was just confused in the moment. I've never had that happen before. And so I was like, oh, like I guess I should just build my portal here, and I'm off. And of course I don't hit the stronghold, which is really unfortunate. It's also really unfortunate because I was really low on Y level. So I have to just, I don't know how, but my portal just decided to hit the surface. It was just that far off, I guess. So we hit the stronghold here. Same time as our opponent, actually, which is pretty crazy. I usually go mid first. I try to. And then there was nothing there. So I'm just like, all right, I'll check this other room out. I see that there is a drop here and here. Both of them have light sources, but I know that the stairs are a little bit easier to get down. So it's a lot easier for me to check. So I go down them first. And yeah, then I'm in immediately. So just like insane nav. I just fully guessed. And it worked, which is just insane. So I probably should have just like learned pretty fully. That way I can actually play the game right, I guess. And then my opponent enters the end here. So, yep. And then we have our 2 anchors. I think I do the thing. Yeah, I get not quite 9 lives. I shouldn't be doing that. It's just like a funny thing that I do. And then I accidentally look at an Enderman here, and I'm like, oh, great. And I don't have a boat on my bar. I know my inventory's full, so I won't be able to click it into my inventory. And then I just grab him. And then I can hear the dragon flapping weird. And so I'm like, oh, he's perching. And I could pearl here, but I'm a little bit worried about my health. And I just barely get the anchors off in time, which is insane. 3, 4... 5. I think it was a 6 bed, if I counted that right. 6 explosives, which is pretty insane. My mic was recording the whole time, so now you get to hear my reaction. That was the best nav in the world. That's my new PB! I didn't even know! Wait, that's insane! They think I hit 0. That was insane. Okay, sub 14. That was huge. That knocked off like a lot of time. That's actually insane. I didn't even like I feel like I didn't even lock in that game. That was just like a good clean game. Wow. Okay. I'm just like so impressed.